Hello everyone, I'm fB and tonight I will be hosting another edition of fB's weekly race. This is an endurance race that I host every Saturday, which lasts for about 1 hour on a track that's released just before the race goes live. The track used is a mixture of different styles that you find in stadiums, such as tech, dirt, speed and also obstacles found in RPD and trial tracks. No registration is needed to participate, simply just join the server before starting time and you will be eligible to play. We're seeing some warm-ups right now on this week's track, which is Smoothie and made by Fuzzy. And you can also submit maps to this race if you want, and you'll find more information about that in an article over at Maniac2. So yeah, that's about it. We are about to go live here. 1 minute left on the clock in the warm-up round. It looks like we got 136 players who will participate, so about the same amount as last week. The record is over 160 players though, so we're not gonna beat that, and we'll see if we beat the amount of people finishing, which is 101. And I'll put on some audio as well. Of course, it will be interesting to see if Raysons here will win his night race. He's won it 8 times so far, and is by far the most successful player in the race. And anyways, we are going live now in 10 seconds. Good luck and fun to all the players. I hope for a smooth race. Last race I did have an accident where I forced the next track in the middle of the race accidentally, and yeah, hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, we are going live now. fB's Weekly Race edition 16. And let's see here how many players will actually start. Looks like it's gonna be 134 players by the looks of it. And we'll follow Raysons in the first round. See also here that someone is playing with a custom skin. Alright, first round, let's follow Raysons to learn the track a bit. This map of course made by Fuzzy, called Smoothie. See Raysons not with the best start, but still very early of course, so nothing to be ashamed of. So I'm sure Raysons will soon be in the top, as he always is. Anyways, we are entering now a speed section of the map. Not too much speed on this map. There are one more section of it. I think it's a pretty cool map. There's a lot of mixtures and cool turns in this map. Now we enter a small obstacle part, not too difficult, which is how I want it as well. And Raysons did hit the wall there intentionally. Oh, he gets a landing bug in the dirt. Once again, he also got that in the start, so kind of a unlucky start for Raysons. He's currently at 12th place. First is Roa. When he gets another landing bug, the third landing bug from Raysons. Now here is another kind of tricky part. As you can see there, Raysons went up in the roof, or the ceiling rather. And yeah, there's a potential that you can land on your back if you enter it awkwardly, but if you don't, then it's not really any problems. Here's the other speed section, a very minor one, and this part here I kind of like. There's a drop down to the dirt, and then this very slidey turn here. It's a pretty cool turn. And here's a long stretch to build up a lot of speed, and Raysons is doing it pretty well, so he's getting closer to the top. Another small obstacle part. Raysons does it well, a couple of other players did not. And Raysons should get closer to the finish now. First though, a small dirt section of the map. And then here comes the ending. Kind of a tricky ending. The turns here can be kind of hard to get right. But Raysons did it well and is into the next lap, and then he crashes. There are 20 laps in total for this race. So the race will take about 1 hour, give or take. Anyways, looks like Roa is currently in the lead. Raysons did have a pretty rough start. So Roa in the lead, just ahead of Spam. and then Shorty is at 3rd place. Shorty, of course, who has finished the most amount of times at 2nd place. I believe it was 5 times or maybe 4. Can't exactly remember, but yeah, he's definitely, if Raisons is the player that always gets first, Shorty is kind of the one who gets second a lot of times. And we still got 131 players driving. As we see both Shorty and Spam getting closer to Roa. Spam will pass him, maybe also Shorty with the dirt. Yeah, that's true what it says in the chat here. There's actually lag when people join and also when they leave. So if you drive in the race and quit the race for some reason, I do recommend staying on the server, because yeah, it does cause some lag if you leave the server. And I'm actually experiencing quite a lot of lag here right now. It's kind of worrying me, but hopefully it's not really showing up on the stream. So yeah, Roa has dropped down to 3rd place now. Spam has gone up to lead ahead of Shorty. Then we got Bits at 4th place, not too far behind. Raisons is at 5th place, so after a rough start he's still in the race. Only 3.5 seconds away from the top. And then we got Raga driving for TMF, Dirt Team. Currently at 6th place. Actually no, passes Bits, so falls down to 9th place. There's Tom now at 6th place. We got Raggle also driving at 7th place. Wally has won the race twice and got 3rd another time, so also 2nd I think, not sure, but he's done really good in the race before, but only at 8th place as we drive into lap 3. Then we got Dexter at 9th place, so Bits has fallen down even more. Yeah, Bits is maybe not even driving, I'm not sure. He might have disconnected or something. Anyways, here's Silver now at 9th place, Flyer at 10th, Slinky at 11th. We got Pack, has finished 3rd in the race before, currently at 15th place. I believe SCK just passed him, and also Flo. Yeah, Pack goes down to 16th place. So that's currently the top 16, but we got many other players driving, of course, and let's just take a look at some of them. Here's Luke at 24th place, as he makes a mistake. So the Big will pass him. Let's go through the pages here. We got Noobs at 40th place, also makes a mistake just as I switched to him. This is definitely commentator's curse right now. Alright, let's see if that will happen again. Here's Cannot at 51st place. No, he goes without mistakes, so that's good. Actually, I should switch to camera 1. There we go. So here's Cannot, 51st place right now. And here's Chicane at 78th place. As you can see, it's still pretty close between most players. Chicane only a few seconds away from Cannot. Moving on, we got Brown at 86th place, driving for FD, Flying Dragons. We got Nico Egg at 106th place. Still got 126 players driving. Next page, let's see if I can find who is currently the last player driving. Looks like it is Birdie, driving for Bug at 120th place. So yeah, the number to the left is not really that reliable. So we got 120 players by the looks of it who are still driving in the race. 101 players, of course, is the record of people finishing. Anyways, let's go back to the top. We see Spam still in the lead, about to enter lap 4. And Raisons has gone up to 2nd place, so he is on the hunt now to take that 1st place once again. Let's see if anyone can beat him. That is, of course, the big question. Raisons has just dominated this race so many times, and often with like big margins as well, so we'll see if that will happen again. Shorty, of course, also with a lot of top 3 positions, currently at 3rd place. Roa has, of course, won the race, defeated Raisons, one of you who has done so, and is currently at 4th place, not far behind Shorty whatsoever. Yeah, I am experiencing some lag here. I don't know if it's what's the cause of that exactly, but hopefully it's not too bad for the people who are watching the stream, or for the VOD that I upload to YouTube afterwards. Here is Tom at 5th place, not too far behind either. Still a pretty close race. Oh, Tom goes too close to the wall. Raggle will pass him. Yeah, I'm sorry if you had a disconnect just before the race. There's nothing really that I can do. I need to start the race on time, because if I just keep on delaying it because people get disconnects, then, you know, more disconnects could happen, and like the race could never start if I do that. So I need to start it on time, and I do leave 1 minute of time when I restart the server so that people can still join before I add the password. So that's the best I can do right now, and I might put the warm-up at a higher number in the future, so there's more time for people to rejoin the server after I restart the server. So, but yeah, it's there's no perfect solution to it, basically. So still following Tom at 7th place, still behind Raggle. Spam still in the lead, 1 second ahead of Raisons. Shorty still at 3rd, ahead of Roa. There's also Javi Flyer at 7th place. Has done pretty good before in the race, no top 3 placements though. We see Roa with a new top 4 time. Looks like Spam got the fastest time right now, 2 minutes 15 seconds 97 hundredths. Okay, so that's a kind of a faster time that than I anticipated. So I guess the race will be a bit shorter. Still should be about 1 hour in length. But yeah. So here's Javi Flyer, currently at 7th place, but bad turn. Pack will pass him and goes up to 6th. It looks like Spam is 1 second ahead of his own Daddy Wreck, so yeah, that record can still be improved, that's for sure. But yeah, let's just take a quick overview of the race as it stands right now to go through it. So we got Spam in the lead. And no longer Spam in the lead. Raisons will pass him. Spam with a mistake. So Spam now at 2nd place. Shorty is at 3rd. We got Roa at 4th. Tom at 5th. Raggle at 6th. Javi Flyer at 7th. Bits at 8th. Flyer at 9th. Pack at 10th. Slink at 11th. Wally at 12th. Silver at 13th. Flo at 14th. Alexor at 15th. Rotaker at 16th. And Toto at 17th place. So we still got 119 players driving, so that's good to see. If you do quit the race though, I do recommend staying on the server, just because it does cause some lag if you leave the server for other players, so it's just a nice thing to do. But yeah, we see Raisons has gone up to the lead. It's looking to take his 9th victory in the race. He's 3 seconds ahead of Spam all of a sudden. Spam with a monster mistake. I wonder what happened to Spam, because he was on a good time as well. Maybe that's why he crashed, because he was pushing himself too much. But yeah, Raisons has gone up to the lead and got a pretty decent lead as well out of it, 3.5 seconds almost. Then Shorty not far behind Spam. Of course, Shorty finished at 2nd place last week behind Raisons, and then 3rd place went to Maris89. So we had 3 German players at the top last week. We'll see if that will happen again. And we see Raisons with a new top 1 time, 2 minutes 15 seconds 45 hundredths. Also Shorty with a new top 3 time, 2 minutes 16 seconds 37 hundredths. So the players at the top are also driving the fastest currently. We are into lap 6 out of 20, so still pretty early, and a lot can still happen. And I guess while the race is going on here, I can also mention that I am hosting a time attack bonus tournament thing every week on the most recently used track. So basically, to participate in it, just upload your best replay set offline to Mania Exchange to participate. So yeah, this week I got 8 replays submitted, which is a new record, so that's really cool. And of course I do make a video including all the replays and upload it to YouTube as well. And I do see a player here with a net loss, so I'm just gonna kick that player. I think I'm not sure. Maybe it's a better idea to just leave the player lagging on the server like this instead of kicking. I'm not sure what is the best, because I wonder if people actually get lag if I kick the player. So we are still following Shorty, who are trying to get closer to Spam, but Spam with a 2-second lead, and Spam now over 4 seconds behind Raisons. It's really it's really crazy how good Raisons is, to be honest. He's even if he has a pretty bad start, he just keeps on trucking, drives really consistent, and I really don't think there's anyone who's more consistent than Raisons. And that's really a good key, and also he sets good times. He got top 1 right now. He doesn't always win the best lap though, so I wouldn't say he's the fastest player, but he can definitely drive fast times as well if he wants to. But of course, with this kind of race, his focus should not be on setting fast times, and I think he knows that, and that's also why he's kind of successful. You don't want to push yourself too much, I think. You still want to keep that consistency, because it is an endurance race after all. So we see Shorty driving into lap 7 now, still at 3rd place, 4 seconds ahead of behind Spam. So Raisons and Spam are getting a bit of a lead at the top. Roa only 2 seconds behind Shorty to reach the podium. After him we got Tom at 5th place, Bits at 6th. Oh, Bits crashes, another commentator's curse right there. And Javi Flyer and Raggle will both pass him. And we do see Noobs driving, chatting in the chat, writing in the chat I should say, but there's really no need for that either. It's just distraction for the other players. But yeah, we still got 113 players. I don't think we are going to have over 100 players finishing, but that's understandable, I suppose. Although I do appreciate if you try to finish the race if you start it. So yeah, we got a pretty close fight here between Raggle, Bits and Javi Flyer. Javi Flyer though drops down to 8th place. And then we got Flyer at 9th. Wally only at 10th place. Again, Wally has won the race twice. It's only him, Raisons and Sand who has won the race multiple times, I do believe. I could be wrong, but pretty sure of it. So yeah, Wally only at 10th place. Here's Pack. Best placement is at 3rd. I think that was in the 2nd race. That was a while ago. I see another player who has disconnected. Just gonna kick that player. Whoops. I did not mean to do that, but oh well. So now I actually chatted. I'm sorry about that. For some reason, when I press the chat button, it sometimes registers it as twice, 2 inputs, so that's why it shows the input there. I don't know why that happens. Strange. Looks like also Marco has had a net loss. That's unfortunate. He's finished a lot of races before, so. I also see Spam with a new top 3 time, 2 minutes 15 seconds 96 hundredths. Roa with the top 4 time, 2 minutes 16 seconds 25 hundredths. Raisons though still in the lead. Also Javi Flyer and Raggle improve their times. Yeah, we do have also Marco here. Oh, did also Pack disconnect here? What's going on? No, he's still driving. Okay, just some lag. I was a bit scared there. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Pack with a lot of lag. Anyways, here is Alexor at 12th place right now. He is 31 seconds behind Raisons. And then behind him we got Flo driving for Führer. I'm well aware that I'm not pronouncing that word correct. I don't know how to speak French, so I know I'm saying everything wrong, but yeah. Flo is currently at 13th place. Then we got Sky driving for Esports United, ESU. German team. About to pass Alexor almost. And we also got a Road Taker not far behind. And lastly on the first page, Raga at 16th place. And we just let's take another look here in the back of the pack. We got 3 THE players in a row here, Barbos, Dexter and Luke. That's pretty funny. Can't be a coincidence. Then next page we got CQ at 35th place. Also a player from Germany, a lot of German players. Who else do we got? Next page we got Kevin Strike at 52nd place. Player from France, drives for no team as by the looks of it. Next page we got Imago, who says he's looking for a team in his name. So if any team wants to recruit him, can do so. Next page we got Lotus. I believe this is a newcomer to the race. I don't recognize the nickname. I could be wrong though. It's possible that Lotus has driven before. Player from France. Let's see here. We do have a couple of quitters. As you can see. Let's see. Here's Oxygen at 101st place. And yeah, we are down to 105 players. I think this might... Wait, let's see who's currently last. Yeah, I think Yindin is currently last at 103rd place. So yeah, we are definitely not going to have over 100 players finishing this time, but that's okay. Still a decent amount of people who started the race, so I am happy with that. Anyways, back to the top, of course. Raisons in the lead. 3.5 seconds now, so Spam has closed in a bit. We are into lap 9 out of 20, so about halfway through the race. Still a lot can happen. Spam can still get first, even though he's right now 4 seconds behind Raisons. But one respawn from Raisons, for example, and Spam would catch up. So definitely not over yet for the fight for first place. And then we actually see Roa has passed Jordi for 3rd place. So Roa could take his 2nd podium. He has 1. And then he's had a couple of top 10 positions, I do believe. It's about to overlap CK. He has a lot more speed over the long stretch. And a much better turn here, so Roa will overlap CK. Still at 3rd place. But Jordi not too far behind whatsoever. Also about to overlap CK. Then we got Hobby Flyer now up at 5th place. So has passed Bits and Raggle. Here's Bits and here is Raggle. Still close to each other. Oh! Big mistake from Bits. Hits the wall. Huge mistake from Bits. And we see Hobby Flyer with a new top 1 time. 2 minutes 15 seconds 11 hundredths. Hobby Flyer driving really fast. In fact, before the race started, he set a new top 1 daddy on the previously used track as well. So Hobby Flyer definitely a fast player for sure, and he's at 4th place now. I do believe that is his best placement in any race. So yeah, Hobby Flyer looking pretty strong. Also, Flo improves his time, top 8. No player under 2 minutes 14 seconds yet, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. I don't think we've seen the fastest time yet. Oh, Raisons did make a mistake. He's now 2.5 seconds behind Spam. Interesting. So yeah, this is definitely not over yet. Spam could take his first victory and also his first podium. He's never been on the podium before. He's been 4th place at best. Has got the best lap though before, but never been on the podium and never has won the race. Currently is in the lead. Would also be the first Dignitas player winning the race, I think. And that's not happened yet. We have seen, besides Spam, we've also seen Extreme and Massa driving the race. Extreme, of course, was leading last week before I accidentally forced next challenge in the middle of the race. So yeah, maybe Extreme could have won that one. Instead he finished at 4th place. So yeah, And yeah, I know I'm missing sometimes stuff, but that's because, you know, I'm trying to also cover other fights, not just the fight for first place, so that's why I'm missing it sometimes. But I appreciate you guys writing it in the chat so I can quickly discover it. So yeah, currently following Spam. He's about to enter lap 11. We are halfway through the race. Top 3 time as well, 2 minutes 15 seconds, 77 hundredths. Here's Rayson's 3.5 seconds behind. We'll have to start the hunt once again. Jordy has gone up to 3rd place. Roa has dropped down to 6th. Big mistake from Roa. And he lets 3 players pass him. Jordy, Hobbyflyer and Raggle. And very close fight between Hobbyflyer and Jordy. At the moment, less than 1 second between these 2 players. For the fight for 3rd. Oh, very bad mistake from Hobbyflyer. Came into the turn completely wrong and lost all his time. Hit the wall as well, so yeah, Shorty will get a bit of a lead now. Hobbyflyer though still not too far behind, as you can see. And then we got a pretty big gap to 5th place now. Raggle is 5 seconds behind Hobbyflyer. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I thought they were pretty close to each other just moments ago, but I guess not. And also Roa is now 15 seconds behind Spam. Roa will pass Raggle. Raggle did not hit that ceiling in a good way. Still got over 100 players driving in the race, but not for too long, I do believe. Rayson's now 4.5 seconds behind, another mistake. This could go Spam's way. I mean, there's still a long way to go, of course, but yeah, if Spam takes it finally dethrones Rayson's. And becomes only the 3rd player who has done so. Raysons enters lap 12. And now Shorty with a... Wait a minute, where is Hobbyflyer? Hobbyflyer is at 9th place all of a sudden. And he is 24 seconds behind Spam. What happened to Hobbyflyer? Huge mistake. Must have respawned possibly at one of the speed sections, so yeah, Hobbyflyer drops down to 9th place. Not what he wanted whatsoever. So Shorty now pretty alone at 3rd place. 7 seconds ahead of Raggle. 4 seconds behind Rayson, so he's quite alone right now in the race. And is going to try to catch up to Raysons, but it's gonna be difficult. Right now it looks like we do have our top 3. Spam, Raysons and Shorty. Roa now 17 seconds behind. He has passed Raggle, has made a mistake, drops down to 5th place. So the distances are getting larger. We see Fuego, another Fanatics player, having a net loss, I do believe. Invalid time, it says. That's very unfortunate. Oh, Raggle hits that ceiling wrong again, I do believe. So he's having some trouble with that turn. It is kind of awkward for sure, as he overlaps Fluffy Mittens. Yeah, I suppose I should kick Fuego from the server. Do it soon. So Spam still in the lead, 3.5 seconds ahead of Raysons. Shorty 7 seconds behind. That's currently the top 3. And then there's a big distance, 10 seconds up to Roa at 4th. Or down to Roa, I should say. Yeah, let's kick Fuego now. Oh wow, Raggle lost his grip on the downhill, so Bits will show up and pass him. Bits goes up to 5th place. We also got Tom passing Raggle. Very close fight here between these players. Spam has dropped down to 3rd place. All of a sudden, Spam is 6 seconds behind Raysons. What happened? I'm missing all the big happenings in this race. So Spam, all of a sudden at 3rd place, and we got Raysons back to 1st. Shorty is at 2nd. How many times have I said this? Raysons getting 1st and Shorty 2nd. That was of course the placements last week as well. Let's see if that's gonna happen again. Spam drops down to 3rd place and 7 seconds behind Raysons now. Huge mistake. I'm kind of wondering where the players are making these mistakes. Could be at the same place, perhaps. And Raysons is now driving a fast time as well. 1600s ahead of hobbyflyer's best lap time. He wants to beat that as well. He wants to get the double, win the race, and also get the best lap. Of course, we did see a mistake from Raysons earlier on as well, so that means he could do another. And perhaps Shorty will finally get 1st place. I kind of want him to get that because he's had so many 2nd places. Of course, Raysons also defeated Shorty in Team Monsters True Talent Cup, the latest one that was driven with 100, which was pretty crazy. So these two guys are having a bit of a rival, Raysons and Shorty. Both from Germany, of course. And Shorty keeps the distance, about 4.5 seconds up to Raysons at 1st. We are soon into lap 14 and Shorty does the same mistake that Raggle did earlier. You have to make sure you don't go too wide in that turn. Please keep the chat civilized. I don't want any stupid discussions that doesn't have anything to do with the race, so yeah, thanks. Anyway, Spam set a new top 3 time, 2 minutes 15 seconds 5800s. He's still at 3rd place. Huge distance between 3rd and 4th place. Raggle 18 seconds behind Raysons. Also Wally improves his time. Where is Wally, by the way? He's at 6th place, so he was at 10th place last time I checked in with him, so he's climbing in the rankings. Had a pretty bad start to the race, I suppose. Of course, has won the race 2 times. Also, Flo improves his time. Flo is currently at 10th place. We are into lap 14. We are getting closer to the end. And we do have Raysons in the lead, ahead of Shorty and then Spam at 3rd. That currently looks like the podium and has been looking like the podium for a while now, for a couple of laps. As we take another overlook, we still got 100 players driving, so we haven't had any quitters in a couple of laps, so that's positive for sure. I of course encourage people to finish the race if you do start it. Even if you have a bad start or something like that, you can still finish the race. And if you do retire, then just stay in spec mode, because it does cause some lag if you leave the server. But yeah, we do currently have Raysons in the lead, Shorty at 2nd, Spam at 3rd, we got Raggle at 4th, Wally now at 5th place, has passed Roa as well, Bits at 7th, Hobbyflyer at 8th, Flo at 9th, Tom at 10th, Flyer at 11th, Alexor at 12th, Silver at 13th, Sky at 14th, Roadtaker at 15th, and Pack ahead of Raga at 16th place. Let's jump back into it. It's following Raysons in the lead. Keeps the same distance down to Shorty, about 4.5 seconds. He enters lap 15. So only a few laps left to go for Raysons, and he will win his 9th race. Shorty now was 7.5 seconds behind all of a sudden. 7.5 seconds behind. Lost several seconds in the end of the lap. Kind of an odd place to lose that many seconds though. Oh, Wally becomes the first player who sets a time under 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 2 minutes 14 seconds, 9300s by Wally, who continues to drive really good. He's at 5th place. Also Flo improves his time once again, top 6 time. So perhaps Wally can even take Raggle at 4th place. He is not far behind, as you can see. Raggle enters the wall ride and now Wally enters it. So Wally could go up to 4th. I don't think he can reach the podium though. Spam still got an 8-second lead up to or down to Raggle. I can't speak. Although Spam did make that huge mistake, was in the lead. I think it was 4 seconds ahead of Raysons. Was looking like he was going to defeat him, but spoke too soon. And now he's at 3rd place, 11 seconds behind Raysons. Now Shorty under 7 seconds behind, but it's looking more and more like Raysons is gonna take this one. His 9th victory. It is very, very impressive. Oh, and Wally has gone up to 4th place, passes Raggle. And Raggle did have bad wall ride, didn't get much speed, so Wally increases the distance a bit. So Wally has probably is the player that's driving the best right now. I mean, he was at 10th place, not doing good at all in the beginnings of the race, and now up to 4th place. So yeah, showing that he is a very consistent player, which is a good thing to be for this kind of race. And the Raysons should enter lap 16 now. He's already done so. So he should have 5 laps left to go, if I'm not mistaken. Spams has a new top 3 time, 2 minutes 15 seconds 4200s. Wally still with the fastest time ahead of Javi Flyer. Oh, Dexter with an invalid time. Unfortunate. Nothing you can do about that. Shorty getting half a second closer to Raysons. 6.5 seconds behind. And Spam also getting closer to Raysons. So Raysons might be driving a bit more safe now. He's trying to protect his 1st place. Spam, of course, 10 seconds ahead of Raggle, who's back to 4th place. Past Wally. He's made a mistake. And Roa is at 6th, pretty far behind. And here's Bits at oh, did he pass Roa? Yes, he did. Roa with a mistake. And bad exit as well. Flo at 8th place. We got Javi Flyer at 9th. Got the 2nd fastest time. Flyer at 10th. He's been here all the time, it feels like. Then we got Tom at 11th. Sliver at 12th. Alexa at 13th. We got Pack at 14th place. Raga at 15th and Roadtaker at 16th. Keeps being on the 1st page. And I kind of want to just keep the focus now on the top here. And we got a few laps left to go. Raysons is in the lead. 6 seconds ahead of Shorty. Oh, Raggle has gone up to 3rd place. Did Spam just lose 10 seconds? No, 12 seconds even. Massive mistake from Spam. And once again I did miss it. So yeah, Raggle all of a sudden at 3rd place. Not very far ahead of Spam though. And that of course leaves the chance to Wally to also reach the podium. That would be one hell of a comeback from Wally. And we see Shorty with a new top 4 time, 2 minutes 15 seconds 4500s. He is now about 5 seconds behind Raysons. So Shorty is driving much faster than Raysons currently. But yeah, I don't know. I still think he needs to rely on a mistake if he wants to take 1st place. I don't think Raysons will. I mean, Raysons is gonna drive on the results here. He's not gonna take any huge risks. He knows that he is at 1st, and he knows he got a bit of a lead, so We'll see if he can do it. He's done it before, but he's also crashed before on the last lap. So yeah, the pressure is still high on race-ons. You never quite get used to it. So yeah, currently following Wally at 5th place. He's just behind Spam and Raggle. Oh, but then he makes a big mistake. Gets stuck. Cut the road there a bit too early, so he didn't have enough air to make it. So loses some time here. Raggle and Spam still ahead. Raggle still ahead of Spam at 3rd place. This would be Raggle's 2nd 3rd place in the history of the race. Oh, big mistake from Spam, who needs to respawn. Hit the ceiling, I guess, too late, and as a result dropped down. So that's gonna cost Spam a lot, of course. Both Wally will pass him at least. Raggle, of course, still at 3rd place. Yeah, Spam is not driving good right now. He's had a couple of mistakes in a row. So Wally passes him, is at 4th place now, looking to take that 3rd place to get on the podium. Of course, Wally has never not been on the podium, so he wants it. And I should kick another player here. Taxon as net loss, and I think also Jason. I'll just kick those players. Here is Wally trying to get closer to Raggle, who is still at 3rd place. And then we got the fight for 1st place, of course. Shorty trying to hunt down Raisons, but he keeps the same distance, about 5 seconds. So Raisons needs to make a mistake, otherwise he will win this race. Into lap 18. 3 laps left to go for Raisons. Raggle is 4 seconds ahead of Wally at 3rd. And now Spam 30 seconds behind Raisons. Remember, he was ahead with 4 seconds, so he's lost 34 seconds. Which is quite a lot. Bits has a new top 1 time, 2 minutes 14 seconds, 77 hundredths. Bits, of course, has won the best lap several times. He won it last week as well. He is currently at 6th place, doing fairly well. And currently got the fastest time. But yeah, I feel the need to follow Raisons now, because if you can only avoid making the mistakes, he is gonna win this. But I want to see if he makes that mistake, so I'm gonna follow him. These last couple of laps, see if we can avoid those mistakes. Overlap Seb. Gets good speed over the stretch. Oh, small mistake here, loses some time. But looks like Shorty also made a mistake, because he's now 6 seconds behind Raisons. Raisons makes sure he does not go too wide, so he doesn't lose his grip. And now he only got the last couple of turns left. And then he will enter lap 19. 2 laps left to go for Raisons. 5.5 seconds ahead of Shorty. 23 seconds ahead of Raggle at 3rd. Huge distances. Raisons and Shorty are dominating this race. Shorty also into lap 19. Trying to catch up. But not much he can do. He can't really... yeah, he definitely needs to rely on a mistake from Raisons. Otherwise he's gonna take another 2nd place. So let's follow Raisons. Roa also with a top 2 time, 2 minutes 14 seconds, 90 hundredths. The 3rd player to get under 2 minutes 15 seconds. Tom improves his time, and we do see Raisons with a mistake. So that leaves an opportunity for Shorty to catch up. He does this part much better, so he should catch up, maybe 1 second or so. No, maybe half a second more accurately, but does catch up. Oh no, he's 4.5 seconds behind now, so it was just lagging a bit. Shorty did take 1 second on Raisons after that mistake. This part here can be tricky. Raisons does it well, let's see how Shorty does it. Also really good. I think Shorty got more speed actually, so he could potentially catch up even more. But Rayson's still in the lead, 4.5 seconds ahead of Shorty into lap 19. Soon only one lap left to go. Tom improves his time, top 9. We got 93 players still driving. Shorty now 4 seconds behind Rayson's. Catching up, but it's too late I think. Rayson's needs to make more mistakes. Of course, Shorty cannot afford any more mistakes of his own, so it's gonna be tough. Rayson's still in the lead. We've seen some mistakes in the end from players. The end is kind of tricky, but let's see if Rayson's can do it well. It's perfectly by Rayson's as he drives into the last lap of the race. Still in the lead, 4 seconds ahead of Shorty. 23 seconds ahead of Raggle, who's still 3 seconds ahead of Wally. Can Rayson stay in front? Can he avoid the mistakes? That is the question. You also see that Spam has dropped down to 7th place now. Bits and Roa also has passed him. Shorty is still about 4 seconds behind. Rayson also does make a mistake, hits the ceiling of the checkpoint. This should leave an opportunity for Shorty to catch up once again. He should be under 4 seconds behind now. 3.5 seconds behind this Shorty. Can he actually do the comeback? He needs to take the risks. Got nothing to lose here. Just desperately needs to try and catch up to Rayson's, which will have to try and stay in front. 3.5 seconds in front right now. Soon getting to that ceiling hit once again. Let's see if Rayson's can do it without mistakes. He gets a landing bug. Rayson's with a landing bug. Let's see if he does it. Not really good. Shorty can catch up here. Wow, Shorty does it much better. He should be now under 3 seconds perhaps. Now he's still 3 seconds behind. Rayson's still in the lead. 2.5 seconds ahead. Shorty is getting closer. Last lap. But it looks like Rayson's might still do it. 2.5 seconds is not a lot, but if Rayson's can avoid any major mistakes here, I think he's gonna make it and win his 9th victory. Gets a lot of speed over the long stretch. Here is Shorty entering now, only 2 seconds behind Rayson's. Shorty trying to catch up, but we are getting closer to the end, and Shorty makes a small mistake. Shorty with a small mistake, and that could be it. Rayson's now should have a bigger lead as he enters the last couple of turns. 2 seconds and 30 hundredths ahead is Rayson's. He enters the last couple of turns now. Here is Shorty, not far behind whatsoever. Only 2 seconds, but Rayson's is gonna make it. 1 turn left. Rayson's does win fB's weekly race just ahead of Shorty. Very good fight between those two players. Alright, so let's take in the other players. Raggle looking to take 3rd. He is still ahead of Wally with a few seconds. That was definitely one of the best finishes to any races, I think. I think only maybe Rayson's versus Roa is better. Oh, Raggle with a mistake, but I think he should be able to get it. Yes, he's still in front, and he takes 3rd place. Raggle with another top 3 position, ahead of Wally, ahead of Bits, and ahead of Roa at 6th. Then Spam is gonna take 7th. Flo is gonna take 8th. Tom, 1 turn left, looking to take 9th place. Then we got Javi Flyer takes 10th. Alexor is gonna take 11th. Flyer is gonna take 12th. Silver looking to take 13th. Then we got Pack just behind at 14th. Rotaker next up. Still a way to go. Let's see how many players will finish the race. Rotaker takes 15th place, just ahead of Raga at 16. Next page we got Cannot, who is still with a few turns left. Let's see if Funky Beach can catch up to him. Looks like Cannot can take 17th place. Either he can or he cannot, but I think he can. So Can Not will takes 17th place ahead of Funko Beach at 18th. We got Sky taking 19th place. Barbos takes 20th. Magnet looking to take 21st, is ahead of Chaos Hand. Oh, big crash from Magnet, but he does take 21st place ahead of Chaos Hand. And then Surge just ahead of Luke at 24th. Yodo will take 25th. Freddles Haman, new player for sure, will take 26th. Pretty good placement for your first race. Then we got Sholto. It's gonna take 27th. Sundra will take 28th. Here is Simka, who is going to take 29th place ahead of Seb at 30th. CQ at 31st. Rono at 32nd. Next page we got Mikkel at 33rd. Otake at 34th. Gato at 35th. Univins is still with a few turns left ahead of Kevin Strike. Univins takes 36th. Kevin Strike will take 37th. Deep will take 38th. Is ahead of Karasi, who will take 39th. Sightsev just behind at 40th. Yonix at 41st. Mix Mode takes 42nd. Edster takes 43rd. Wow, those players were really close. And then next up is Pixel, driving for Air. It's gonna take 44th place. Pain driving for Asuri will take 45th ahead of Ibrahimovic. Yes, Pain takes 45th. Ibrahimovic takes 46th. Shin will take 47th. Xavier takes 48th. Next page we got Sav taking 49th. Papu will take takes 50th place. Almost went out of the track. Sona takes 51st. Kilburn will take 52nd. It's ahead of Scott with quite a lot. So Kilburn is going to take 52nd place. There he goes. Then Scott, a couple of seconds ahead of Belus. Scott will do a burnout, takes 53rd. Oh, Nico Egg goes up to 54th, passes Belus in the end. Then we've got Shadow at 56th. Be Happy at 57th. Sengo at 58th. Brown is going to take 59th place. Gerby, also a new player, driving for Turkey. It's gonna take 60th place. Hubert, driving for Gamers League, looks to take 61st. Rumago at 62nd. Hubert drives into the finish, and here is Imago, who is quite a lot ahead of Mentos. Imago takes 62nd. Mentos is going to take 63rd. And here's Lotus. Still a long way to go. And we still got 9 minutes left on the clock. Let's just take an overview to see how many players are still driving. Quite a lot of players, so we'll see how many people will finish in total. I am curious. Not gonna be any new records, but let's see if we can beat last week perhaps. I think it was 78 players last week. So we'll see if we can beat that. I do think Lotus is driving the race for the first time. We will take 64th place. Next page we got CK, also on the last lap. He's going to take 65th place. Then we got Nonks next up, 66th. Few seconds ahead of Don Adgo. Nonks takes 66th. Don Adgo takes 67th. Playday Axe having a close fight. No, he's perhaps 1 or 2 laps ahead of January. But Playday is gonna take 68th place. Next up is Eto Mario 2. No, I won't be giving out any demo keys after the race, because I'm straight after this I'm going to cast the ESL RPG Cup Series, so I don't have any time to do it. It's too stressful. But I'll do it once the Cup Series are over. Alright, so Edo Mario 2 will take 69th place. Here is Vapis driving for IGN. Will take 70th place. Yaymaster 71st. FSXLW takes 72nd. RFG09 takes 73rd. Here's Darkblade. It's gonna take 74th. I do believe we are going to beat last week's amount of players. Opt13 would be the 75th player. Looks like people did enjoy the map, so that's cool to hear. I actually don't have any finished maps right now, so hopefully I will have one for next week. So I can have a race. I don't want to cancel any races, of course, but it is kind of a big challenge to always have a new map for each week. It's quite a lot of work to like give feedback to authors, and yeah. But I'll try my best. So Opt13 is gonna take 75th place. Fluffy Mittens is next up, 76th place. Not too far ahead of Shadi. Ooh, falls down and needs to respawn. So that's gonna leave Fluffy Mittens some space to take 76th. 6 minutes left on the clock. Hopefully everyone who's still driving can finish. Fluffy Mittens takes 76th place. Shidi takes 77th. LL Sakulye next up, ahead of January. So if these two players finish, we are going to beat last week's result at least. Of course, the overall record is 101 players finishing. We're not going to beat that. So LL Sakulye took 78. Here is January. One turn left. It's going to take 79th place. And here is Kripke. Also a new player, I do believe. Still a couple of checkpoints to pass. Currently at 80th place. Let's just take another overview. We got 5 players who are still actively driving. Oxygen is standing still, so don't think that player will finish. Here is Kripke getting closer. Oh, that is a big mistake, but at least did not have to respawn. And did Yamel go actually pass him? Yes, he did. So Yamel go, who is driving with that custom skin. Actually, the first time I see this kind of skin in the race. Usually the skins don't load for me anyways. So Yamelgo will take 80th place instead, and Kripke will have to settle for 81st. Here's Wojtek. Currently at 82nd, some minor mistakes. Okay, Oxygen is still driving. It's lagging quite a lot though. Hopefully it won't disconnect. And yeah, I should also remember to save the replay. I should do it a bit earlier, before the last player finishes, because yeah, it kind of goes to the next map straightly away. So anyway, Wojtek will take 82nd place. Oxygen, lagging a lot, but still driving, is on the last lap as well. Hopefully we'll be able to finish. He's driving the race for the first time as well, so that's nice to see. Always welcome new players. We got over 400 players who have now participated in the race. Never at the same time though, maybe in the future. Here is Oxygen. Is lagging a lot, but is gonna take 83rd place. I think his checkpoints are not updating though. Hopefully he won't get an invalid time. That would really suck. It still hasn't updated for Oxygen. Here is Dean. 3 minutes left on the clock. Dean should be able to finish. Also well, I don't know if Birdie will be able to finish. Might have 1 lap left to go, so Dean might be the last player finishing. It's gonna take 83rd place. Because Oxygen is not updating the checkpoints. I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, I think yeah, we only got Birdie left. I'm gonna save the replay here. So I got it. There we go. And I guess we'll follow Birdie here, but I don't think he will be able to finish the race. He is not on his last lap. I don't think so, at least. And we only got 2 minutes left on the clock, so this could be sadly the case that the Birdie will not be able to finish. Yeah, looks like Oxygen did get an invalid time. That is very, very unfortunate. Even though it doesn't say that for me yet, but yeah, very unlucky in that case. So we still got 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock. Birdie, the only player still driving, but the race is kind of over already. I guess I could just summarize it. So Raysons did win his 9th victory. Really outstanding. He wasn't in the lead though. Spam was in the lead for a long time, but Spam only finished at 7th place in the end. Shorty will take 2nd place, just like he did last week as well, behind Raysons. And then Raggle takes his 2nd top 3 position, just ahead of Wally. So that's the top 3. And then Bits won the best lap once again, 2nd week in a row, with a time of 2 minutes 14 seconds and 77 hundredths. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks everyone for watching, thanks for participating, and see you next week.